Hello there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video, the base of a woman's game. And look, before I get into that good, don't think for a second women don't have game. You get some guys out there, they don't have game, they don't have game. Please, come on now. Come on now. In fact, pimps know that. Real pimps know they got game. Real players know they got game. MACK's know they got game. They got game because of that one thing that's at the base. Men trying to get that pussy. It's just that simple. It is just that simple. That's the base of it. And the finer they are, the more attractive they are, the more they got the progression. I ain't do it in the last video fully. Yeah, they got that face card. They got that nice hair. They got those nice breastises, that snatch waist, that big old butt dunk, those nice hips, those thick thighs, which save lives, those nice calves, which you gotta have. We'll try that for the rhyme. Those nice toes, for those of y'all like some toes. You know some of y'all like those toes. Now, if that woman got like some athlete's foot or some crusty toes, y'all be like, yeah. If she got a nice butt dunk and those thick thighs to save lives, I just won't look down. I say, hey, just put on some socks, babe. Anyway, right? You know you want that woman. And that's their game. They know a guy is coming to them, especially the finer they are. And indeed, even some women who aren't that attractive, they know somebody gonna come for them. I'll never forget when this fat girl, she was fat. It was ain't like PHAT, like FAT. Like she needed to lose some weight. She knew guys were gonna still come for her. And they coming for the pussy. Some guys might think it might have been easy and stuff. And see, here's the thing. Women knowing that guys will pay for that shit. They will pay for that shit, lead with their wallet, especially if they real fine. Or thinking they not as fine, but thinking they might be easier. Those women are the slickest. In fact, sometimes the more unattractive women, they know that's their calling card. Shoot, I never forget, and I told this before when I was paid to speak in front of a bunch of these young teenage mothers. I was paid to speak in front of them, and out of the group, all these women were unappealing. They just cashed in early. They still had a child. The only young lady among them that didn't have a baby. She actually looked good. She looked good. She looked good. She didn't cash in, but she would probably cash in at some point. There's probably some guy out there who is trying to get with her. And women know that. Women know that. They try to act like they don't. Even the adjustable women, they know. Shit, that's why you got a $1 billion makeup industry. That's why you got all these clothes to make their breastises look bigger. You know, make their hips look tighter, you know. There ain't much they can do if they got thick thighs, would save lives. Yeah, but I'm not sure about any clothing that can do something there. They got those snatched waists, got those waist trainers. Because they know a man will go crazy. That's their game, because the game is very simple. They got that nice body, they looking sexy or something. The man's going to automatically lead with his wallet. He's going to want to take them out because he ain't seen any of my videos. And even if he did, he was like, nah, you got to lead with your wallet. So they know they can get money out of him. That's why you got those sugar babies. They know. You notice you ain't seen no ugly sugar babies. You know they're going to have that progression. I ain't going to go over it again. But you know they're going to have that. That's their game. They know as long as they look halfway decent, some man is going to try to get them. And I literally mean halfway decent. Trust me, I've known some older women who, they might be in their 50s, but they still got that butt dunk. And some guy's going to chase them. The base of their game is always going to be some guy trying to get with them. Only issue with the women is, do they want to get with that particular guy? And they know most men are going to lead with their wallets. They know they can get something out of that guy. In fact, I've known of one woman, and she wasn't even all that. In fact, she had a deep voice. Shoot, I thought she might have been a man. That might have been an early training. I don't know. But she had these guys taking care of her when she wasn't working. She did have a good body, whatever she was, but she had that deep voice. I was like, I wouldn't mess with her, but there were guys who would. And shoot, I remember when I lived in my last place, I was near this store, I had this jacked up woman, jacked up. Even during the dry spell, I couldn't mess with her. But she was out of shape, trying to wear sexy clothes and stuff. And I remember, I was like, I couldn't mess with her. But then I remember I saw her out one time. I think it was a 4th of July parade. And she was with this dude. I was like, women know that. Women know that. That's the base of their game. They know men trying to get the pussy. Let's just be real. Why are you even watching this video? Why you get a bunch of men complaining? You complaining online, watching different content creators. Because they ain't getting any, so they complaining. That's their game right there. They know it. They know some guy's going to try to get with them. And then what they do is they know most men are going to leave with their wallet. Or they'll figure out something. They'll talk with that guy, try to figure out the buttons that can be pushed. I remember one young lady I was dealing with, she would write down every little thing I would say. Every little thing. Just figuring out my buttons. It was good though, but she was still writing down stuff. And then there was this other young lady who, she looked like a librarian. She looked like a librarian, but this other dude called her Pocahontas. So many dudes got with her. Seriously, if you saw her, you'd be like, her. She just made it easy. She just made it easy on the guys. They were trying to get some. I mean, that's their game. That's the base of it. That's all they really need. They don't need to have money. They don't need to have a good rap. Shoot, in fact, the quieter they are, the better. They don't need to have all of that. All they have to do is at least pretend like they're receptive. That's all they have to do. Somebody gonna do it. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care who the woman is, where she at, what she built like. As long as she got something that some guy's gonna want, she knows she gonna get it. And the more attractive she is, she know it. She know it. The more physically attractive she make herself, the more adjustable she can be, she knows she gonna get a bunch of guys. That's their game. And I mentioned at the beginning of this video, you get some guys thinking they don't have game. Don't be stupid like that. Because those are guys that get played. Because here's the thing. And remember, I said on one of my 1,000 jobs, I learned how to really negotiate. Right? One of the things in negotiation is you got something the other party wants. So they got something other, they had that 90. Men want that. Men want that feeling. And so they know they can get what they want out of men. They always know they can get it. They always know, even if all they want from a man is sex, they always know they can get sex. Come on now. That's the base of a woman's game, all right? Always understand that. Don't think they don't use it. Trust me. They learn to use it from from the time they hit puberty. I know a woman, she said she wasn't getting attention from any guys at her school, but then over the summer, she sprouted a booty on her, and then she said 11 guys were trying to get with her. Come on now. Come on. All right? So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I want y'all to keep this in mind. That's the base of their game. The 90. All right? Shoot, yeah, I know that's why y'all on this channel. That's why y'all be checking out this different stuff, paying for stuff. Y'all want that 90. It is what it is, but just understand that from the woman's point of view. That's the base of her game. All right? So anyway, that's all I have for right now, and I'll get back with you. Peace and blessings.